This is the Touchstone Sideline 45 Smart Electric Fireplace, the recessed, Wi-Fi-enabled version that promises real flame visuals, a 1500W heater, and hands-free control with Alexa or Google. I've been using it as a built-in under my TV, and I want to share what actually mattered during install and daily use without fluff. Key features that stood out to me are the front venting heater that makes true in-wall mounting safe, the 30 flame and ember color combinations, the option to run flames with or without heat, the included log and crystal media, and the smart control through the Tuya Smart Life app. In my opinion, that mix hits the sweet spot between looks, convenience, and practical heating for a mid-sized room. From my experience, the build quality is solid. The metal chassis feels sturdy, the black glass front gives it a clean, modern look, and the tempered glass stays cool across the viewing area, which is reassuring around kids and pets. The included logs look fine from a normal distance, but up close they feel a little plasticky. The crystals, on the other hand, catch the light beautifully and make the color options pop, so that's what I stuck with. Installation was the part I worried about, and it turned out fine with careful planning. The unit is designed to recess into the wall. It's about 5.5 inches deep, so a 2x6 wall can make it fully flush. You can wall mount it with the included bracket if cutting the wall isn't an option, but recessed looks premium. I framed the opening, double-checked measurements more than once, and left at least 8 inches of space below the TV. That clearance matters because even with front-facing vents, heat rises. I hardwired mine instead of using the 6-foot cord to keep the interior clean and avoid a recessed outlet stealing depth. If you're not comfortable with electrical work, bring in a licensed pro. The heater draws up to 12 amps on high, so keep it on a 15-amp circuit with minimal competing load, or give it a dedicated line on a 20-amp. That kept my breakers happy. Once powered up, the look is what sells it. The flames are LED-based, bright, and adjustable across speed and brightness with orange, blue, or a blend. The ember bed lights separately, so you can pair different colors under your logs or crystals. I like a warm orange flame with a subtle white ember bed at night, and a cooler blue with crystals when the room is brighter. You'll notice a repeating flame pattern if you stare at it, but from the couch it's convincing and relaxing. The glass is reflective, so if you have windows directly opposite, dial down the brightness or close a blind to cut glare. As a heater, it's honest, 1,500 watts, around 5,000 BTUs, which is standard for this category. That's supplemental heat, meant to warm a room up to about 400 square feet by a few degrees, not replace your furnace. It works well in my bedroom and takes the chill off a living room. On low, it's 750 watts, and there's a thermostat that keeps it from overshooting. In flame-only mode, it's essentially silent. With heat on, the blower adds a noticeable whoosh, about the level of a small fan or quiet dishwasher. I actually don't mind it at bedtime because it turns into gentle white noise, but I bump up the TV volume during movies. The safety timer is handy for falling asleep without worrying. Smart control is both a highlight and a small headache. It pairs through the Tuya Smart Life ecosystem, which is great if you already use that platform. It's 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi only, so if you're on a mesh network that blends bands under one name, you might need to temporarily disable 5 GHz or step away from the router so your phone latches onto 2.4 GHz during setup. Once connected, Alexa and Google commands work smoothly on/off, heat levels, and temperature adjustments. The quirk I don't love is the safety timeout that drops the Wi-Fi connection after 24 hours of no use. That means sometimes I open the app and it's offline until I press a button on the unit. I get the intent, but I wish there was a user toggle for that. The remote is straightforward and uses 2 AAA batteries. It feels a little lightweight compared to the Fireplace's premium look. My only real nitpick is the loud confirmation beep when you press controls. It's not subtle. I wish the app offered a way to mute or lower it. If you're a light sleeper next to someone who loves to tweak settings, that beep will be a constant reminder. For anyone new to this category, a couple basics help. Vent-free means there's no chimney or exterior vent. All heat blows out the front. Zone heating means you warm one room without cranking your whole house system. Hardwiring means connecting directly to your home's electrical line behind the wall, which looks cleaner than a plug but should follow local code. 5,000 BTUs from an electric fireplace is normal, so set expectations accordingly. It's perfect for folks who want the look of a built-in fireplace under a TV without dealing with gas lines, chimneys, or open flames. The Sideline 45 fills a wall nicely below a 55-65-inch TV, and the minimal bezel makes the viewing window feel larger than you'd expect. I've had zero issues with hot sides or back. The heat dumps forward and the outer metal stays reasonable to the touch. I added a slim mantle shelf above mine to push rising heat farther away from the TV, and that extra step keeps the panel cooler during long heat sessions. From my experience, the app control, timer, and ability to run flame only make this a year-round piece. I use ambient flames most evenings, even in summer, and only flip the heater on when the room actually needs it. The cost of running the flame visuals alone is low, and the LEDs should last a long time. I'd recommend this for anyone upgrading a living room or bedroom where looks matter as much as warmth. If you're tech comfortable, the Wi-Fi and voice control are genuinely useful once you get past setup. If you're ultra-sensitive to fan noise or you need to heat a large, open-plan space, understand the limits of a 1500W space heater. If you're a set-it-and-forget-it person, the 24-hour Wi-Fi timeout might bug you. If you use it daily, you'll barely notice it. In my opinion, the value is strong. You get front-vented recess design, both logs and crystals in the box, a realistic flame with tons of color combos, and reliable heat for medium rooms. The trade-offs are the pairing quirks, the loud beep, and a remote that could feel nicer. None of those are deal breakers for me given the overall look and performance. In conclusion, the Touchstone Sideline 45 nails the modern built-in vibe, adds flexible app-based control, and gives you honest, useful room heating without smoke, mess, or complicated venting. It made my space feel more finished and cozy, and I keep using it because it looks great even when the heater's off. If this video helped, hit subscribe, drop your questions or your own experience in the comments, and I'll try to answer them. Thank you for watching.